Don't bring the camera to me until
we demand that SADA make this department use of brutality and intimidation by security forces. So what next? Today, we pen a petition, but the work is not done. We will continue to advocate for dignity, peace, social and economic justice for the people of Eswatini in Swaziland. We will continue our work tomorrow, the next day, until the deal is done and this dialogue can take place. Thank you so much. Amanda! Amanda! Aibuye! Aibuye!
Thank you so much. Let's go with the songs.
I'm recording the live feed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You are live on Swaziland.
Up Morani! Up Morani! Up Morani! Up Morani! Hello, London! Up Morani! Jalo mangifike ekhaya yabona mama yabona mama mama uyajabula Phansi Emaswati phansi
Swaziland! Free, free 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 Swaziland!
You are live. You are live. Say hi. Napaka tlokolwa. You are live. You are live. Namuhla.
Saying what? Yeah.
I think later we can
Okay.
Yeah. And then he will speak. Hayi phumulani manje release. Stomach in. Relax. They said 5 minutes. You are live.
Shows us how hot it is in this country today. It's red hot.
This country is very hot today. Kushisa nasebukhweni betinja.
Yes, fast,
Mswati must go.
To save Swaziland.
To save Swaziland.
Mswati must go.
Mswati must go.
To save Swaziland.
Phansi kaMswati.
Phansi.
Elizwe.
Elethu.
Amanda is Nelson Mandela's power to the people. That's the acting high commission.
Phambili ngasazi matters phambili. Phambili ngasazi matters phambili. Phambili salima phambili. Phambili sokwenza phambili. Phambili NMC phambili.
The next item on the agenda will get read the petition.
The embassy is here.
Yes. To read the petition and deliver it to them.
No.
Natal to come and see us today. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Cabo speaking to the...
It's just security.
I'm feeding live to Swaziland.
Your Excellency, so why are we here? As you know, South Africa, as head of SADC, Security Choker, has called a summit to discuss the situation in Eswatini, in Swaziland this week. We are here to impose the South African government to do more to resolve the crisis in the Kingdom of Eswatini. We came here 9 months ago and delivered a petition to aid the South African government to release the publicity finding of the fact-finding mission last year. We were given no official response. Little progress has been made, and when the report was finally released, it had no substantial recommendation on the way forward. Our demand in the petition shows little change from last year, which shows how little has changed in a year. So today we are here to demand more. We call on SADC to act decisively and oversee a real and credible national dialogue with all stakeholders in the country to oversee the transition out of this crisis. We demand that SADC calls on the government to immediately release the imprisonment and all political prisoners and allow all exiles to return home without fear. We demand that SADC pressures the government of Eswatini to cease the use of brutality and intimidation by the security forces. So what next? Today we held the petition, but the work is not done. We will continue to advocate for dignity, peace, social and economic justice for the people of Eswatini in Swaziland. We will continue our work tomorrow, the next day, until justice is done and real dialogue can take place. Thank you so much. Amanda. Amanda. Aibuye. Swaziland. Aibuye.
is Swaziland.
The next item, thank you very much. Hand over
Thank you once again for making time today for us. I am now going to return one of the MPs, former MPs of Swatini, President Gauzela Sidelani, to come in and address you. And I hope you're still going to be patient with us. We know the heat wave is really bad today and everybody needs to go home, but thank you once again. President Gauzela, well done.
Umhla sibuyayo,
Umhla sibuyayo,
umhla
sibuyayo, yawuthula uThixo.
yawukhala
Imbayimba,
yawukhala
imbayimba,
yawuduma
imbayimba, phezulu kwetaba.
amandla
Awethu,
amandla
awethu,
forward to multi-party democracy, forward
forward,
forward to the freedom of the Swazi people, forward
forward,
phansi ngabugcila phansi.
phansi,
Long live the spirit of Comrade Mario Masugu. Long live.
long live,
Long live the spirit of Comrade Jansi Tone. Long live.
long live,
Long live the pathfinders of our struggle. Long live.
long live,
Viva Putemo. Viva.
viva,
Viva NNC. Viva.
viva,
Viva EFF. Viva.
viva,
Mandla.
Awethu.
Viva Putemo. Viva.
viva,
Viva Swadeba. Viva.
viva,
Viva Swalimo. Viva.
viva,
Mandla.
awethu.
Swaz is here in UK. Swazi Lives Matter. Organizations that are here. Officers, reputable staff from the respected embassy. Many Swazis back home. Our Swazis inside prison, being incarcerated, their relatives. Our Swazis who are deep down under the grave, who were killed by Mswati's agents. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, allow me here now to thank you, Ambassador, for standing for the spirit of Ubuntu.
Yes.
The mere fact that you got out of your office after hearing people crying outside for peace, crying outside for justice, your act of doing that really nourishes my heart. It gives me hope that we do have people of good hearts. It gives me hope that my motherland, my country, the once beloved Swaziland, shall be free again. I'm saying thank you so much for seeing these people who are not here for themselves, but they are here for the tears, for the blood, for the pain of all our people who are languishing back home, for all our people who are oppressed back home. Thank you so much. Let me introduce myself as Mtutuzi Smelane, popularly known as Honorable Gauzela. Let me bring it to your attention that on 2018, I was elected by the people of Skopane to be their voice inside Parliament in Swaziland. I was elected with 58 other leaders from all over. Allow me to make it clear that in Swaziland, the people can only elect members of parliament who then get into the house. I must make it clear that the executive of the government is not elected by the people of Swaziland. Is appointed by the royal family under the pretext of the Ngunda regime, when we know it is royal supremacy. Getting into parliament, as always, the king appointed his prime minister, who happens to be his brother. And his brother chose his cabinet. The constitution is saying half of the cabinet must be the elected MPs and half can be people picked upon. Little did we know, he breached his very own constitution in doing that. Few months down the line, the people back home told me very clearly that Honorable Kausela, we have been languishing for too long. One thing is a major stumbling block in the development, in the peace of Swaziland. The major thing is that the king is equal to God in Swaziland. The king is constitutionally above the law, implying he can literally pick someone like he normally does and kill that person like he normally does. He will never be accountable anywhere. I have first-hand information of sitting inside parliament, debate issues. A word will come, people will tell you, it is from the throne. Whatever you were discussing on behalf of the people is equal to nothing, because his word is final. You talk to the judges, he owns them.
Yes.
You talk to the executive, he owns it. You talk to the legislator, he owns it.
Yeah.
Meaning, Swaziland is a farm for this man known as Makosative. I'm sad to say, as I stand here, I'm told he went to school somewhere 200 miles from where I'm standing. I'm wondering, I even wish to go there and check if really did he come to the school, if really was he attending classes, if really what was his performance, did he qualify to lead people. Coming back, Honorable or my leader ambassador, the people of Swaziland made it clear that Onchi, go and make for us one request. We need a prime minister in this country, meaning Swaziland. A prime minister that will be elected by the people, like all the countries of the world. Two, that prime minister must have executive powers. That prime minister must renew his mandate every 5 years by going to pools, campaigning in pools, promise people what he's gonna do. That was my worst sin. That was the sin of the two other brothers. Guess what happened? The people of Swaziland rose in mass on June. Constitutionally so, they went into our centers, known as Ngunda centers, to deliver what these great people have delivered to you, to deliver petitions saying we are endorsing the MP to get into parliament and tell the parliament that we now need a government that will be elected by people. What happened? The prime minister declared, I was inside parliament. On caucus, they told us that Emaswati doesn't want these petition deliveries. They have to be stopped. Acting on that, the prime minister went out and said petition delivery have been banned. A day after that, the head of the police, NATCOM, went out and said, I'm declaring war on anybody who exercises his constitutional right by going there to deliver the paper. Shame on them. Amanda! Guess what happened? The people were so reasonate. They reminded me of the generation of Nelson Mandela. They reminded me of the generation of Steve Biko. They reminded me of the generation of Chris Hani. They said, with our blood, we shall pay the price of our freedom. They did the right thing. They went into the constituencies to deliver the petition. Guess what happened? the king unleashed soldiers. They were shooting willy-nilly on the streets. Anybody. Our people were carrying nothing besides armed with a paper. The soldiers were mandated to go killing. If you will see the clips, the videos of them traveling along the road, pulling guns, shooting people who may be walking in twos, in threes, give them a bullet. It is so painful. Allow me to say, around 150 people were killed from June by the regime. They are seen demanding democracy. Around 80 of them, we can show you their tombs. We can give you their IDs, who it was. But a huge number, we don't know. We know their names, but we don't know their tombs. What is the reason? They were physically thrown to fire, to burn. What an experience. Some of them, some of them were women who were going to buy food. They were all thrown literally alive to fire. I want to remind you that the wise people are saying, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Allow me to say, dictatorship anywhere is a threat to democracy everywhere. Yes. Allow me here, as I stand now, to say, as the people of my motherland are seeing me now here, I'm the MP who chose, when the three of us were served with warrant of arrest, I sat down, I thought, I knew what Emaswati was thinking. He understood that the people are resonating with our voices. Yes. So by him throwing the three of us into prison, he's shutting and closing the voice of the masses. Yeah. He's making them to be clueless. I said, it's better my two brothers are inside. As they are inside, their names is Bakete, Mabuza, Ntandeni Tuge. I knew that as they were inside, they will be fighting for the liberation of our people. Outside, I decided I would travel the world. Actually, you to tell Comrade Tembi, I'm told she was here, Tembi Tambo. Tell her that I so wish to see her and remind her that Oliver Tambo was walking the streets, doing what I am doing now. I wanted to ask, and I'm asking you and I'm pleading with you, that as now you are a free country, it is the fruits of Oliver Tambo moving out, advocating for democracy back home. I'm doing exactly that. There were some people who listened to Tambo, who took up and said, South Africa is not free. I'm pleading with you, leadership. Find it in your heart. Find it in your spirit. Even if you will be labeled whatever, find it in your heart that I cannot have peace as long as my neighbor Swaziland is crying. I want to say, comrade leader, we have all the confidence in the leadership of Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa. Though a lot of our people have started to doubt, they have reasons to doubt. Because they are saying, how many of our people must fall into the blood until Ramaphosa remembers that ANC is a former liberation movement? How long will it take him to make up his mind? We were lucky that South Africa is chairperson of the Troika organ. So I'm here saying, we're pleading with you to tell Comrade Ramaphosa that we, the people of Swaziland, we plead with him to do the right thing. We understand he has invited the killer, the dictator, the hater of humanity, the hater of democracy. He has called him for Thursday. We are appealing for a non-compromising attitude towards Emaswati on Thursday. Please, remind him that he went to Swaziland. He saw the toilet seats of Emaswati's palace. He knows that those toilet seats are made of gold. When our people are languishing outside. Remind Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, I have seen just this morning, they've installed water management, administration, whatever. Meaning that trying that Swazis must not get out of Swaziland to South Africa.
On the 21st.
I want to say they go out of Swaziland for education. Because there is no education in Swaziland. It is for sale. Meaning the poor cannot be educated. Only the rich can have education. Remind him, they are not going there because they are thieves. They are going there for medication. They are going there to find jobs, to help our people because there are no jobs in Swaziland. As long as he is failing to bring Mswati to order, he must get ready to receive more Swazis from Swaziland to his country.
Yes.
As long as we have a problem, South Africa is a problem.
Yes.
Allow me to say, when South Africa sneezes, Swaziland can do.
Yes.
South Africa is an economic powerhouse of the region. They must act decisively. Thank you so much, Your Honorable. Thank you to the media that is all here. And thank you to the people of Swaziland. I know your heart is with us. And I know that this day will be a defining moment in South Africa, where President Ramaphosa has called Mswati to tell him where to get off. Amanda! One last thing. I'll request these Swazis here. After we've done all that we'll be listening to here. A lot of our people are saying, is Kauzela really live? They are looking for me with guns back there in Swaziland. They want me dead back there. So our people are saying, is he really live? I'll request you, great people, to accompany me just after this to the Swazi embassy that is here in London. I want to tell whosoever will find at the gate that I'm alive and I'm kicking. I'm not sitting down, I'm working. I'm knocking every door of UK to find the freedom of our people. I want them to tell Mswati that he must give power to the people. Amanda!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate your efforts, and we know that, I mean, we want to look at the heat wave, and that didn't deter you at all to come out here today to come and we appreciate the fact that you have the of your whole country, of the country, women at heart, and that you're standing up for them as well. And as South Africa, we know we are neighbors and that we really are there in the country. And certainly from our side, we will ensure that this petition reaches the highest destination. And that we really, I apologize that we didn't get any feedback, but from our side, we will make sure that this goes to Pretoria and that don't get the attention of those in power. And again, we really appreciate your efforts, and we are very, we commend you for what you stand for, and that you are there for your people, for the people of Swaziland, who are our people as well. We all come from one continent, one planet, one region, and really, as neighbors, we really understand everyone. And in the meeting on Thursday, we really pray that things will look at there will be some shift in the attitude of the king and so on. But thank you, comrade. We will definitely make sure that this goes to its highest, to the Pretoria and the highest destination. Thank you.
Live from London.
Yes, please.
Cover, can you take which
Can I
cover?
have this gentleman who was reading?
Oh, they're reading the petition. Go there. Yeah, go.
Can I just take the
Amber. Amber, can you see?
What time is it?
Okay.
This is live feed. This is the live feed.
Can someone assist me? Are we off yet?
No, we're not off.
Okay, I'm gonna assist cut.
Cut it.
Emaswati, thank you so much for being with us live here. I believe we are expressing your pain. Days we want to tell Emaswati no amount of separation and terrorism make us close our mouth. We have many friends of the Swazi people who are here. Just next to me here, I have my friend.
My friend too. Right, yes.
They are really assisting us in networking around with their online platforms, their media platforms. They are pushing the story of the
Yeah, the Leaders Council is great country in Northern Ireland. Heard the story. Doing everything we can to amplify it. During the coming weeks, helping in any way we can.
Amanda Emaswati ke sata Emaswati sivumelana ukuthi we going to the Swazi embassy. We'll be offline there and you'll join us masesifika in the Swazi embassy. Siyabonga Zulu.
Siyovusela, that's a good
Siyovusela ngeSiswati.
Exactly.
Yes, bye bye. See you Masses embassy Emaswati. Thank you.
one of the organizers, Mr. Alison.
Let's cover with my phone.
Just
Picture
give
with
us
the
a
information.
brief on why she is here. Alison, you are live.
Another picture.
We're going to the embassy for now.
Yeah, I hope it goes very well.
Viva democracy in Swaziland! Viva! Hi, I'm part of Swazi Life Matter. My daughters are Swazi women. I'm here to support the Swazi struggle. To me, it's one struggle across the world. The poor struggling against the rich, and the rich, as we know, are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And Swaziland is a fine example of that. It's terrible. We've got a cost of living crisis here. In Swaziland, we've had a cost of living crisis for years. People can't afford the bare basics of life, and we understand that here as well. In the UK, it's one struggle, many fronts. Freedom in Swaziland. While Swaziland is suffering under the weight of oppression, it puts shame on all the rest of us. We all need to get behind and say freedom for Swaziland. Thank you very much.
Amandla.
Amanda!
Can I? Mahoney, our people, can we please come in one side and get a group picture, please? Yes. I think that will be nice if we can get a group picture, please.
So, okay, do you want me to start again?
Do you want to join them? It's great. You're an honorary Swazi today. You're an honorary Swazi today. No, it's okay. Do you want to go? Don't mumble, I'm going to go at the front just to...
Okay, so how about you get sent? Are you live lab?
This is live.
But I think let's will go for another snap when someone else comes.
Come on, Craig.
Can you come in more? That's it.
What's the word? What is your word?
Amandla.
Amanda.
Can I ask you to hold it on 1 second?
This one is alive, right?
Yeah, can I borrow it?
There you go.
Mama Mswazi.
Okay.
So Uko Kwame is from the palace. My grandmother's mother was a princess. And then during Umsabala, so the Xhosa came to Swaziland running away from apartheid. But Swaziland was where we took people off to Zambia and places like that. Ezalumlweni. Oh, okay. I've only been to Transkei once. Yes. I've been to Transkei, but I spent a month. And it was like being home.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, now I'm a doctor here. I'm a consultant. So I work with Parliament. So all the stuff that he was doing, because I sit on the Scientific and Research Committee.
Okay.
So I have been facilitating his contact with MPs. And my lobbyist is the guy over there, Craig.
Okay.
So they are helping us publicize and get the word out.
All right.
And
Do you
so-
sometimes communicate with our High Commission?
No, I haven't, but it would be nice. Because we're
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not boom. We're still live. You want us to cut?
And people are still here.
Listening to my...
We're still live here, by the way. We're saying today and cutting banana. Thank you so much, Maswati, for staying with us in London. We are now going to go over to the Swazi embassy. Because of the heat wave. So all the offices are closing very early. But thank you for staying with us. I'm going to sign off now and then bye everyone.